nice. You had like 5 minutes to change and get ready. And I took a shower and relax.
All right. I think we are a go. All right. Once go truck racing this weekend. After last weekend, where Kaden Honeycutt finally broke through for his first career Truck Series win, NASCAR's best Truck Series drivers head to the first state in Dover, Delaware, toward the track known as the Monster Mile, or as the Concrete Canyon at Dover Motor Speedway. This 1 mile concrete track has been fast and it is dangerous, as Miles the Monster is looking for seconds for dinner, possibly, because it is about 5:15 in the evening, in the afternoon here over at Motor Speedway. So he's looking for seconds for dinner. So be careful. So these drivers have to be very, very careful around these 4 corners. 9 degrees on the straights and 24 degrees in the corners. It can bite you in a hurry, especially off turn 2 and off turn 4. So who gets to tame Miles the Monster at the end of this race? Will Kaden Honeycutt continue on his hot streak, or will it be someone else? Or will it be another Cup driver winning in the Truck Series, like we saw with Christopher Bell at Bristol? We'll find out at the end of 200 laps. There's Kyle Busch on the pole for tonight's race at Dover.
It's just fun, it's a great racetrack, a lot of fun just being able to attack this place. And, the concrete nature of it makes it a little bit different than the normal asphalt that we go to each and every week. So it gives you something different to look forward to.
Looking for a second win on the season, guys. And that is Kyle Busch.
He's got a pretty fast truck to be up front for tonight's race. We'll see if he can deliver. We'll see if KB can deliver.
You can never count him out, because the guy is just so good. He's just very good, very knowledgeable as well. One thing is the talent. There is a lot of drivers.
Oh, Daniel Suarez in the booth with Jamie Little and Michael Waltrip. Cool. Speaking of that, when will we get Eric Brennan or Brent Stover in the Fox booth for trucks? When? But anyways, it's time for the command here at Dover.
With the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome from Ecosave, Virginia Haskins, and Reese Eva Robertson.
Not the best, but crank him up, gang. Crank him up. And the engines roared to life in Dover, Delaware, as 36 of NASCAR's best truck drivers are about to take on Miles the Monster at the Monster Mile. The Ecosave 200 coming up next on FS1. Let's go, Clint Boyer. Yeah, he is in this race.
Something even smarter than Alan?
I just realized this is the first truck race at Dover since the pandemic year 2020. It's been 6 years since the Truck Series raced at Dover. Dang. And the last driver who won here at Dover Motor Speedway in the trucks was, of course, Zane Smith. Of course, he's running in the Cup Series now.
for zero sugar?
Yes.
So here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it with a better deal on one of these fine cars. Not how it works. Verizon it is. Anyone can bring their AT&T or T-Mobile bill and they'll give you a better deal. Isn't Verizon expensive? No. Better deal, best 5G network. I'll take this little red situation here. How about that? Bring in your AT&T T-Mobile Spectrum or Xfinity bill for a better deal today. On your way, not as cool as Verizon. I want to create a legacy. People can say, this guy changed American soccer.
Welcome to upstate New York and Watkins Glen. Kaden Honeycutt in the 17 takes the checkered flag.
NASCAR overtime.
Kaden up there in the 71. He's going to have the advantage.
Kaden Honeycutt.
Yeah, that was all last weekend. Kaden Honeycutt, he was on a hot streak. Not only won his first career ARCA Series race, but he also won his first career Truck Series race last weekend, all at Watkins Glen, and he won a late models race at Ace Speedway. And the trucks are rolling at Dover. We'll see if Kaden Honeycutt can continue his hot streak. The last driver who's won his first two truck races back-to-back was, of course, Lane Riggs in 2024. Got his first career Truck Series win at the Milwaukee Mile and backed that up with a win at Bristol a couple weeks later. Why, Mikey? Oh my gosh.
Let's drop back just a little bit and dial up our friend Clint Ware out of retirement for one time at one time. What do you think? Yeah, no, let's do it.
There's Clint. There's Clint Boyer. Two-time O'Reilly Series Dover winner in 2006 and 2009. I don't think he speaks that much Spanish, Daniel. Hey. Yeah. All right. Yeah, good luck out there, Clint. All right, here's your starting lineup for tonight's race. On the pole, Kyle Busch, trying to get his second win in the Truck Series this season, alongside Ty Majeski, trying to get his first win of the season in the 88. The row 2 finds Gio Ruggiero and last week's winner, Kaden Honeycutt, both looking for their second career wins. Row 3 finds Christopher Bell and Brandon Jones, trying to get some track time in time for their respective races in the O'Reilly and Cup Series. There's This is starting lineup: Jake Garcia, Ross Chastain in row 4. And rounding out the top 10 is Andres Perez and Daniel Hemrick. There's the rest of the starting lineup: Brendan Barney being clean, Carson Hocevar, and there's Clint Boyer on the outside of row 15, I think. No, it was row 12. No. And Destiny Spurlock in her Truck Series debut in '69, nice truck. How about it?
Feast or famine for him. Anytime he's hopped in this truck, he's got the win, he's got the runner-up finish, but also 4 finishes of 22nd or worse. I talked to his crew chief, Chad Walter. He told me practice was okay. They had issues at the start. They got better, but in race, they're going to have to keep working on it to get it where it needs to be. They qualified 18th, but if anyone has the ability to carve their way to the field and make it interesting, it is Carson Hocevar. Let's see if he can do it.
Definitely see what happens. Definitely see what Carson could do. Track length 1 mile in total, 24 degrees in the turns, 9 degrees on the straights. Both the front stretch and back stretch 1,076 feet, as they call this place the Concrete Canyon. 45, 45, 110 is the stage breakdown. 35 miles an hour pit speed. And fuel window 80 to 85 laps. 200 laps, 200 miles. So they're coming now coming to the 1 to go signal. The lights are out on the pace truck. Nice weather there in Dover, Delaware. Clint Boyer. And I believe that's Lane Riggs. Yep, Lane Riggs on board.
Something that is very hard to describe because you are directly working extremely hard inside these trucks.
The aero coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Fast is in us. Goodyear, more driven. And now going down the back stretch for the final time under pacing speeds. As the pace truck is about to make the hard left turn onto pit lane for 200 laps, 200 miles around this concrete track, 1 mile concrete track in Dover, Delaware. 36 truck in total, getting ready to race. Pace truck on pit lane, and here we go. Kyle Busch, Ty Majeski on the front row. Let's get this race at Dover underway for the trucks. Into the restart zone. And the green flag is in the air. We're racing in Dover, Delaware in the trucks. Already, Kyle Busch using the high side to his advantage to clear Majeski, and he will lead the first lap as everyone tries to get sorted out into their positions so far. We got the 45 of Ross Chastain as he just got by Christopher Bell for the 6th position. Now trying to find a way around Brandon Jones and Gio Ruggiero as Ruggiero gets by Brandon Jones. That's for the 4th spot. There's Clint Boyer in the middle of that hornet's nest right there. And comes his teammate Justin Haley in the 16 around the high side. Yeah, Clint's got his hands full right now. Oh my gosh, yeah, he is really loose in that behind the wheel of that truck. Welcome back to racing, Clint. Welcome back to racing, Clint. Literally. There's a swap for position as Ben Rhodes gets by Daniel Hemrick. That's for the 9th position. Now back again with Clint, who's currently running in the 24th position. So it's going to take a while for Clint to get comfortable behind the wheel of that 25 truck. That's for sure. But as for up front, Kyle Busch is driven away. He is gone right now. Whoa! Hang on to it. Hang on to it, Luke Baldwin. Jeez, Clint. Take it easy there. Take it easy there, dude. Now we're looking at Carson Hocevar in the 77. He's dropped back to 13th right now. Well, actually, he moved up to 13th because he started like 18th. Moved up 5 positions. Mm-hmm. You mean for Michael Waltrip? So now looking at the battle for the 2nd position right now between Ty Majeski and Kaden Honeycutt. Honeycutt's trying to use the bottom side to his advantage. He's trying to rotate through the center of the corners to gain on the 88. Well, that time Honeycutt kind of changed his line just a little bit to try to get more advantage, more forward drive. That's the thing to keep in mind. As the race progresses, the track will change. And right now, Honeycutt seems to be taking advantage as he's using the high side to his advantage to gain big runs down the front stretch and back stretch. There he goes. We're on the high side once again, and he's got to the quarter panel of the 88. Here he comes. We're on the high side of Tom Majeski. He's going to clear him going into turns 3 and 4. Yes, he will. Honeycutt to second spot. But up front, it is still Kyle Busch checking out from the field.
With Wendy's new Biggie Deals, you can snack any way you want. Because I'm not just a bag, I'm one of 3 Biggie Deals you can choose from. Shop time. Consider me a passenger princess. A Biggie Deal for any size dunker, only at Wendy's. Follow your dreams. Up to 597 miles per tank. The Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid. Done tested, done approved. Get as low as 1.9% APR financing on a new Subaru Hybrid.
Nothing stops Ram. That means we delivered the house. We'll just ride full. We're heavy V8s, Hurricanes, and Hellcats. And we're backing it with America's best powertrain limited warranty. We're UFC fighting, donut making, NASCAR winning Ram.
Purchase and get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $3,500 bonus cash allowance on most 2026 Ram 1500 crew cab models.
Oh, you like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
Yeah.
These truck races are so boring and predictable garbage. When Kyle Busch, who doesn't need to be in these stupid races, other than to pad his stats, is leading them. Well, it's still early in the race. It's still early in the race. So hang on.
Anyone can bring their AT&T or T-Mobile bill and they'll give you a better deal. Isn't Verizon expensive? No. Better deal, best 5G network. I'll take this little red situation here. How about that? Bring your AT&T, T-Mobile, Spectrum, or Xfinity bill for a better deal today. On your way, not as cool as Verizon. The Credit One Bank, we believe anything's possible.
I'm on hard. It's freezing. I'm gonna go back to the module.
Leading your team to the championship? Unlikely.
Okay, that's my personal space.
Planning a check meeting. It's a supercomputer. I won. You can try it.
I would.
The award goes to Greg.
Some things are out of reach.
By the way, Austin Dillon is doing better than Kyle Busch this year in the same equipment, and Busch fans want to bitch at RC about him simply running like garbage. Trucks and O'Reilly are so much exciting than the next gen car. Well, you're right about that, Jose Pedro. If only we had Cup drivers run the O'Reilly Series cars in the Cup Series. But that might be just too much. But anyways, we're back. We're back at Dover as Kyle Busch continues to lead, and now we're looking at Clint Bowyer, currently running the 23rd position, trying to get some track time. This was earlier in the race. Wow, hang on to it, Luke Baldwin. Clint Bowyer trying to get some track time, trying to settle in, trying to learn the track just a little bit. Remember, this is his first race back in first NASCAR race back behind the wheel of a stock car or stock truck since his last race in 2020 at Phoenix. I want to say it's been that long, but I'm not so sure. I believe it's been that long since Phoenix 2020, since he retired. Oh, 2024? That's when Clint Bowyer was last behind the wheel of a stock truck or stock car? Jeez, I'm way off. He wants a what? I couldn't quite clearly hear what Amanda was saying. Now looking at Christopher Bell running in the 5th position. Trying to learn the track or trying to get track time for the Cup Series for the All-Star race on Sunday. Whoa. Look, I see Bell went way up high, trying to get a big run down the backstretch, and it looks as though he will. Now he's going to try to go to the inside of Gio Ruggiero. Trying to continue with that momentum. Can't do it. This is for the 4th position. There goes Bell once again to the bottom side, trying to look for some room. Can't do it. Now looking at Carson Hocevar in the 12th position right now. Hasn't really made that much ground. Power steering? That's not a good sign. And there goes Christopher Bell right by Gio Ruggiero for the 4th position. Oh, what's going on with Hamrick? He's gonna easily get that thing behind the wall, just barely gets it behind the wall. He's gonna come to a stop at the entrance. That sucks for Hamrick. So we're on board with Lane Riggs around the high side of Jake Garcia. He'll take that 9th spot away from the 98.
Experience and he's very, very good driver. So I'm actually looking forward to see how he develops as a racer.
Looks like everyone has settled into their positions, but up front, it is still KB, about 2.1 seconds over Honeycutt. So we have like 14 laps remaining in the first stage.
These are fun. I know they are, but let's focus. So again, well, you might hear stubble and shade. It's not it. Humble and save. Bundle, connect, crumble and save. Who gave them crackers? Cuddle and wait. You know, that's close enough. Only pay for what you need. Liberty. With mothers, making time for the things you love doesn't have to be hard. That's why we made ceramic even more simple. Just spray onto a clean, wet surface and rinse off to spread the water-activated protection. That's it. No streak, no buff. Just SiO2 technology and a powerful drying aid for a shine that turns heads long after you hit the old road. Mother's California Gold Ceramic Spray Rinse. Ceramic made simple. Give it that mother's love.
Kubota Forge Days is here, where you can turn dream projects into reality. Now through June 30th, get select compact tractors with 0% financing available or save up to $5,500. Sailing soon. Find your nearest dealer at KubotaForgeDays.com.
All right, and we are back once again.
Aaron Judge and the Yankees versus Juan Soto and the Mets. Or it's Padres Mariners. That's all tomorrow, 7 Eastern, only on Fox. All right, Kyle Busch continues out front.
It's where. Oh! Trouble! Destiny Spurlock making her Truck Series debut is in the wall, in the inside wall. Oh. Man, that sucks. Okay. What happened to Destiny? Whoa! Looks like she just lost it. Oh! Into the outside wall. I don't know if there was contact between her and Andres Perez. I don't know, but it looked like she just lost it. Slapped the outside wall. She tried her best to save it, but it just overcorrected back to the right. Mm. And here comes some takers on pit lane. So Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell, both 4 tires and fuel. They're both down and away. And there he is. And Honeycutt leapfrogs ahead of KB. My guess is that it's going to be like a 1-lap shootout. It's probably going to be like a 1-lap dash to complete stage 1. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So we had quite a few trucks stay out, including Dawson Sutton in the 26. He's right behind the pace truck there. Well, the greatest spectacle in racing is coming up next weekend.
Yep.
2 weeks away from one
Next weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
pageantry and tradition, the biggest race.
The greatest spectacle in racing. The Indianapolis 500. The 110th running. Where Alex Palou hopes to defend his Indy 500 title that he won last year and hopes to go back-to-back, just like Joseph Newgarden went back-to-back in 2023 and 2024. Oh, Honeycutt, too fast. Either too fast entering or too fast exiting. Same with Ben Rhodes. Ouch. Tail of the field for both Honeycutt and Rhodes. Yep.
Those are the two, Michael, that stayed out there. All the guys behind him immediately, those pitted. Kaden Honeycutt, of course, you see him on there.
All right, choose roll. Cole Butcher and Brendan Butterbean Queen are the two drivers that did not stop under that caution, trying to gain some stage points. How will this restart play out with those front two staying out? So it's going to be a one lap dash. So this will be going by like in a snap. In a snap right there. And pace truck pulls up. Cole Butcher and Brendan Butterbean Queen on the front row, trying to gain some stage points in this one lap dash. Green flag. And already pushing and shoving on both lines as both Cole Butcher and Brendan Butterbean Queen got a poor jump on that restart, and Chris Rebel's getting shuffled back there. Oh, hang on to it, Lane Riggs. Here goes Carson Hocevar underneath him. 3 wide. Oh, watch out. Oh, hang on to it, Brendan Butterbean Queen. Watch out. And Kyle Busch easily wins stage number 1 as they're all jostling for position behind him. Wow. That was a sprint. And that stack up on that restart looked like Kyle Busch got some damage on that truck to the rear tailgate. But it didn't matter anyways.
Runners will do anything to cut through the wind. Why? When you can go fast the easy way, creating free Skechers Slip-ins Aerobursts. High-performance running shoes designed to cut through the wind with unbelievable speed. Plus, they're lightweight and feature Goodyear rubber. Go fast. It's Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. I want to know your deepest desire.
Oh. Okay. I like to watch you clean. Scrub it.
What? Okay, that was odd. Don't know what that was about.
You work hard and save your money so you can have all this. By the time you're like 87, then it hits you. Life is short. So you start spending on today. Which means you need a bank that was actually built for life today. Instead of, then. Ally, do it right.
Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
Oh, that's rough. With Safe Flight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Any way you want. It's the way you need. Any way you want.
I can schedule a chip fix while I get my hair clipped. Yeah, they can fix my glass while we fish for bass. If you want, they can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants.
That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at SafeFlight.com. Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
Where truck was made to work hard. Valvoline heavy-duty diesel engine oil keeps it that way. With up to 35% better wear protection, it's specially formulated to protect when engines are pushed to the limit. Make the switch to Valvoline heavy-duty diesel today.
Hey, man. You like Dr. Pepper?
I do.
Welcome back to the Ecosave 200. Stage 1 is in the books of what a one-lap shootout it was.
More than one lap shootout.
Yep, everyone got checked up on that restart. Oh, that's how Christopher Bell got checked up. Oh man! And right here, watch. Oh man! Hang on to it, Brendan Queen. Hang on to it, Brendan Queen. Holy cow! And there's the drivers that stayed out.
Walmart's $500 million items means that every day is a vacay, even if it's a staycay. Wait, this is all Walmart. What are you doing? Are those my swim trunks? Yes, Bob, they are. She didn't know where the road would lead, but the moment she stepped in, life changed. You now have all the power and the space needed to live a life I might never.
Seriously?
Your all-new Audi Q3, made for a life of mess.
Lunch with the family just got way easier. With 3 biggie deals to choose from, everyone can get what they want. Hey, watch the braids. There's enough to go around. Biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
This new car, see this one? We just out. All right, take what we share. How you see it? How you don't? How you see it? How you don't?
It's here. Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now, you can get up to 70% off everything home with fast shipping right to your door. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Red Back Dress Monday. Faced with 2 aggressive storms. We had a small window. The timing must be perfect. Set my head into the storm. I've never seen it like this. Well, it's nothing less than full victory. For sure, the untold true story of D-Day. Predictor T at only DSP 29.
When you're traveling with 3 kids and pretty much everything they own, it matters where you stay. Book your summer stay now. Hilton for the stay.
Hilton Whole Body Deo is made without alcohol. Unlike those other sprays that might burn your balls. Get our most caring spray for your whole body. Even down there. With Dove Net and Whole Body Dio.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Custom Truck Series.
We're back once again.
Set for the second stage of the night. Kevin Harvick has found his way up to the spotter stand. I think
What?
with our own Clint Boyer.
Harvick's up at the spotter stand now at Clint Boyer. What's he doing up there? Are we not going to see him? Okay. All right. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow, wow, Kevin. Wow, Kevin. Clint's not very good at following directions. Wow, wow, Kevin. They're coming to the restart zone once again. Green flag, stage 2 underway. And once again, Cowboys gets the jump, and Ross Chastain's going to try to follow, and he does. Meanwhile, back in the pack, there's Brandon Jones. There's a 38 of Chandler Smith, and there's Carson Hocevar on the inside of Gio Ruggiero, trying to go for fourth, it looks like. But Ruggiero has the drive off the high side to keep him at bay. 3 wide. It's Clint Boyer underneath Luke Baldwin and Ben Rhodes. And Clint Boyer takes that position away from Luke Baldwin. And there's Lane Riggs working around the high side. Coming up on the back bumper, the 44 of Andres Perez. And there's Kaden Honeycutt, who was supposedly supposed to be the leader coming to the restart on the final lap of stage 1 until he was caught for speeding. So he's back in traffic, back in 17th. He's trying to gain back all the ground that he's lost because of that penalty. Whoa, hang on to it. Whoever that was. And there's Daniel Hemrick back on the track after having power issues. He's back on the racetrack 22 laps down. Oh, that's why. That's why. It was a fuel pump. I see. Meanwhile, this is the battle for the 5th spot going on as Christopher Bell takes it away from Carson Hocevar. It's Justin Haley to the bottom side of the 15 of Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray rocking a beautiful tribute to Da Biff. Well, the font of the number 15 is the Greg Biffle font. Whoa, hang on when Brennan Jones got really loose underneath the 34 of Lane Riggs. Well, Lane Riggs will easily hang on to the 9th position.
On the road course. I don't know if you watched that yet. They are a heck of a show with the trucks down there.
It was amazing.
Oh, and Ben Rhodes were on the high side of Justin Haley for the 18th position. He'll easily grab it away from the 16. Meanwhile, looking back at Kaden Honeycutt, checking back on him, up to the 14th position after being caught speeding on pit lane. Picking up those positions one at a time. He's got a fast enough truck to do so to get back up to the front. Now working up to the back bumper of the 91 of Christian Eckes. Right in that top lane, now swoops down low. Now the preferred line going into 1 and 2. It looks as though Honeycutt will take the 13th spot away from Eckes. And Miss Delaware is at the track. How about that? As up front, it is still KB leading the way.
Walmart stuff. Just won't leave. Wait, this is all Walmart. Are those my swim trunks? Yes, Bob, they are. She didn't know where the room would lead, but the moment she stepped in, life changed. She now had all the power and space needed.
Seriously?
The all-new Audi Q3, made for a life of yes. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer. The moment she stepped in, she had all the power and space to live a life I might never.
Seriously?
The all-new Audi Q3.
Lunch with the family just got way easier. With 3 biggie deals to choose from, everyone can get what they want. Hey, watch the braids. There's enough to go around. Biggie deals for the whole family. Only at Wendy's.
Welcome back to Ecosave 200. Jamie Little, Michael Walters, Daniel Suarez with you in the booth. Josh Sims, Amanda Music on pit road. We've had 3 different leaders so far. Kyle Busch, Cole Busch with 3 laps. Kaden Honeycutt 11 and 11 chocolate 1 lap. But this guy, your amigo, Andres Perez.
He's my paisano. You know, he was on commercial that he had a little bit of damage right there in the right front.
What happened to Andres Perez? Oh, a little bit too high. A little bit too high there, Andres Perez. Fish. That's unfortunate for Andres Perez. Yikes, back to 32nd. That's got to sting. And there's the gap between Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain, 0.8 of a second.
Daniel, are you guys ever 100% happy?
Because if you're not 100% happy, then you have to push your car more harder, a little harder, not making do something. Kyle here right now is being proactive. What I mean with that, every single truck is trying to make adjustments, trying to make improvements.
Meanwhile, looking at Lane Riggs, just got by the 98 of Jake Garcia. Now Brandon Jones is going to have his hands full, trying to get by Jake Garcia. Going around the high side. And there he goes. No contest as he just zoomed right around the high side of Garcia.
He's getting better on Sunday afternoons. He's awesome fast here in this trip today. I mean, that's a bit of a warning shot to the folks in NASCAR to say, don't count me out quite yet.
No, you're absolutely right, Michael. But I would say this. Momentum in racing, you and I know that is extremely important. I don't really think Kyle right now is time to build some momentum.
Yeah, Kyle Busch coming off a top 10 run at Watkins Glen in the Cup race. Finished 8th there. Possibly had a top 5 run finish in his hands coming into the final lap at Watkins Glen, but ran out of gas coming off turn 7. Fell back to 8th. Still top 10 run regardless. Trying to build back some momentum after that crew chief swap from Pullman. I think Brad Pullman. I think that's his name, Brad Pullman, to like Andy Street. In the Truck Series, Kyle Busch has 4 wins at Dover. Won the last 3 Dover starts. Wow. Most laps led at Dover all time in the Truck Series. Yeah, don't count out Ross Chastain because he's kind of closed the gap just a little bit to about half a second to KB. Yep, there he is. Because Kyle Busch is kind of like having a little bit of trouble trying to get around the lap trucks. Oh, man. Yep. Oh, how close can Chastain get? Because this is for the stage win. Oh, don't go up too high, Ross. Don't get up too high. Oh, come on, Chris Right or Chris Wrong. What are you doing? Let's check in with Kaden Honeycutt. Up to the 9th position. Made his way inside the top 10 after that little setback he had after speeding on pit lane. That tells you how fast of a truck that Kaden Honeycutt has. Oh, what's going on with Cole Butcher? Oh, it's a lot of damage to the right side of the 13. It's a lot of damage to the right side of that 13 truck. As for the lead, the top 3 have kind of like closed in just a little bit. As Kyle Busch just got by the 10 truck of Corey LaJoie. And Ross Chastain is going to follow through. Not quite. Not quite clear of the 10. And here comes Majeski. Chastain trying to get to the back bumper of the 7. Yeah, that gap that Kyle Busch had early in the run is kind of like evaporated right now as he's trying to get by the lap trucks. And that's kind of providing him a challenge as he kind of had to check up coming off turn 2 there. That allowed Chastain to close in just a little bit. But as we've seen multiple times, catching him is one thing, but passing them, a whole different scenario, especially in the truck series. There goes Chastain again to the high side, trying to get a run down off the corner. But it's not enough. Can't get to the back bumper of the 7 truck just yet. There it goes, right by Daniel Hemrick, I think. As we're on the final lap of stage 2. We're looking at Grant Enfinger, who currently holds the last position in the top 10 for stage points. Oh, Chastain goes high, trying to get a run off the corner. Oh, Kyle got sideways, but he's still going to hang on to win stage 2. Sweeps the stages. Oh, what happened to Clint? Oh, whoa, oh, hang on to it, Clint. Oh my gosh, Clint. How many times have these two have gotten into each other? That's like 3 times this race. Both Clint Boyer and Luke Baldwin. How many times? That's like 3 times Clint Boyer and Luke Baldwin have gotten into each other this race. Psh, wow. Pretty sure they'll be having a conversation after today.
Seriously?
Well, I can't fly 55. Don't blame the drivers. Again, as I said, don't blame the drivers for running in the lower series. Blame the team owners and sponsors who want their drivers in the lower series.
Helps bring confidence to your drive. And value you can count on. 3.9% financing for 60 months for well-qualified buyers on all 2026 Equinox models. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
More. It's something people with COPD want. Dupixent makes more possible. It helps adults breathe easier, starting in as little as 2 weeks. That could mean more dances danced. More games played. More classes taken. More to look forward to. It's amazing what can happen when you can do more. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation, and it's proven to help reduce flare-ups, so you can do more with less COPD. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems, like eye pain or vision changes, joint aches and pain, or parasitic infection or asthma. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. What will you do with your more? Ask a pulmonologist about Dupixent and COPD.
One series will practice and qualify on the CW app at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Then, the NASCAR Cup Series Pit Crew Challenge takes place during qualifying at 12 p.m. Eastern on FS1. And the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series with a Monster Mile for racing action at 4 p.m. Eastern on the CW.
One of the most fun times in 20 years in pit-stop competition. We're going to do it right here at Dover for the first time, and it's all about their qualifying tomorrow, Daniel.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, I love
It's a competition because it's a great bond for your team,
So I believe we'll be seeing some drivers head to pit lane because the last stage it's just over 100 laps. So I'm not so sure if they'll have to pit again during the last stage. That's my guess. If they pit now, they'll have to pit at least one more time in the final stage in order to make it to the end.
Love to see those guys on display competing in tandem with you as the drivers. Coming up tomorrow at Best Fun at noon.
I believe you're seeing some takers. Yes, we are.
We'll be filling up Michael's and Sunoco with race fuel and zero carbon bioethanol. And Josh, you're first up.
They over-adjusted on the last stop, went from too free to too tight. Maybe make an air pressure adjustment and adjust some of the damage on that truck. The 62 of Christopher Valley says he's going to have numbers too tight. They're going to work to free up that truck.
On the bottom right-hand side there, you'll see the 45 of Ross Chastain. He is doing triple duty here this weekend for the second weekend.
Bit of a slow stop on the right side for KB. Well, Carson Hocevar, painfully slow stop. What's going on with Hocevar? They're looking at the right front. Very slow stop for Hocevar. Ouch. And Chastain gets out first.
They took that time to make the adjustment. We'll see if it helps, but we'll see now what Ross Chastain has in that 45 truck.
Every Walmart Plus member knows free delivery means unexpected guests of any size are not a problem.
Well, this has kind of changed just a little bit. Not sure if it'll be any different for the outcome.
How did you do this? I'll show you.
Walmart now runs on Xfinity. The network can self-heal too. It's pretty cool.
Wow. Something even smarter than Alan?
I don't think so. Yeah, he's pretty smart. Yeah.
A whole new species of Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years.
I've heard every opinion, read every headline, but surrounded by the right people, all that noise just fades away. That's when you take control of your story.
Runners will do anything to cut through the wind. Why? You can go fast the easy way with hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Airbursts. High-performance running shoes designed to cut through the wind with unbelievable speed. Plus, they're lightweight and feature Goodyear rubber. Go fast in Skechers Slip-ins Airburst.
Ready to start your Discovery journey? If you and your healthcare provider have determined that Discovery is right for you, don't let cost hold you back. Gilead is committed to helping you afford your medication. In fact, commercially insured eligible patients could pay as little as a $0 copay for Discovery. Ask your healthcare provider if Discovery is right for you. Visit payingfordiscovery.com to learn more and to view important.
Hey, what's up, Wayne Montgomery?
Important warnings. Introducing Victor Alice Coffee. Enjoy better tasting coffee for less money.
Just got home from work. How's the truck race, Brent? How's the truck race been? Well, so far it's been Kyle Busch domination. That's how it's been. Kyle Busch domination. Swept the first two stages.
And I came here almost as fast as my race car. You know, a beautiful tie, by the way. Did you quite improve with it? Let me tell you that to pick this out, it was a little bit of a show because my beautiful wife right now is in Brazil. She's watching from Brazil, so hello, baby. It's a little bit more difficult, you know, to pick my outfit because I have to space time here. And we were debating if this tie was good enough. But it ended up being okay. I think it's great. Tell me about the All-Star race. I was able to win it back in the day. I mean, it's just a great event to celebrate with your team. It's an amazing event, you know. In 2017, I think, or 18, I finished second to my amigo Kaden Honeycutt.
Look like Eric might win this one today if Kyle Busch wins today. Yeah, that's right, because in the NASCAR Weekly podcast, Eric picked Kyle Busch. We picked Kaden Honeycutt to win. And Jared had Christopher Bell, and Danny B has Hocevar for the truck race. Well, we still got like one stage left in this race, so anything could happen. But if it stays like this, looks like Eric might have this for trucks.
Straight ahead, Kyle Busch has led the most tonight, 89 laps. Chastain 4.
All right.
3 laps. Kaden Honeycutt.
Coming to the restart for the final stage. This time it's Chastain and Majeski on the front row. How will this play out? Restart zone, green flag, final stage underway. Here goes Chastain off with the advantage. Kyle Busch up to second as everyone jostling for position. Watch it, Clint. All over the back bumper of the 14 of Mini Tyrrell, and he's going to get a shot from Brendan Queen. And here's Kaden Honeycutt up to the 7th spot, all up to the back bumper of the 62 of Christopher Bell. You ready for the Indy 500 next weekend? Heck yeah, I am, Wayne. It's the greatest spectacle in racing. Whoa, what's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, Hocevar, where are you going? Oh my gosh! Hocevar made it 3 wide and Clint kind of came down on him, or I don't know if Clint came down, or Hocevar just sent it into that corner off the restart. What track should be the All-Star race next year? You think that North Wilkesboro or somewhere else? Well, my main guess is honestly, take it back to Charlotte. I say honestly, for the All-Star race, take it back to Charlotte. Or maybe North Wilkesboro, as you mentioned. But if those two aren't an option, then I just say just scrap it all together. Just scrap the All-Star race altogether. Meanwhile, this is battle for 3rd spot, and here comes Lane Riggs around the high side of Ty Majeski, and he drives it around the high side of the 88. He'll take the 3rd spot away from Majeski. There's Chandler Smith in the 38 in the 13th position. I totally agree. Like the guy said on Wednesday, just remove the All-Star race, period. And kind of make the All-Star the All-Star race kind of like a 37 points paying race, wherever it's held at. Like wherever the original where they used to have the All-Star race, just make that as like a 37 points race, as they said. That might be too many races on the schedule regardless, but I digress. Oh. Yeah, I was just paying attention to that. I saw Honeycutt all over the back bumper of the 62 of Christopher Bell. And Honeycutt made excellent progress after being mired back in traffic due to that speeding penalty at the end of stage 1. Here's Carson Holsevard getting by Chandler Smith for the 13th spot. Yep. Whoa, that's a lot of contact coming off turn 2. Oh, wow, and he put the bumper to the 38. Oh, my gosh. Oh, they're still going at it. Still going at it between these two. I don't know if that was Chandler Smith returning the favor or what. But up front, a different player up front. It is Ross Chastain leading the way now. Hope you have a great weekend overall. I know I might be missing the Indy 500 race because I'm getting baptized next weekend. So I'll be watching the Coke 600 on Prime. Oh, congratulations, Wayne. Congratulations on your upcoming baptism. Congratulations, dude. And hope you enjoy the Coca-Cola 600 if you can't watch the Indy 500 next weekend. And I'm looking forward to Amazon Prime's coverage of the Coke 600 next weekend as well, because they smashed it out of the park last year with their broadcast of the Coca-Cola 600. And it was an awesome race last year as well. Absolutely, Wayne. Yeah, but back to what I was saying, I'm absolutely looking forward to Amazon Prime's coverage next weekend for the Coca-Cola 600 because they smashed it out of the park last year with their broadcast. And it was an awesome race overall. So I'm definitely looking forward to what Amazon Prime can do this week or next weekend for this year for the Coca-Cola 600. Fox been garbage this year. I rate overall 5.5 out of 10. Now, they deserve a lower grade than that, Wayne, in my opinion. In my opinion, outside of the Daytona 500, because to be honest, Fox only cares about the Daytona 500. So, for Fox, they get like a 1.5 to 2 out of 10, in my opinion. They get a 1.5 to 2 out of 10, in my opinion. This is proving once again why Fox should have never signed on for another 7 years. They should have never signed on for another 7 years. Well, what's going on with Hocevar now? Oh, flat tire for Hocevar. That's why. Yep, he's off the pace right there. Oh, yep. He's been having that trouble. Oh, spinner. It's Luke Baldwin. Luke Baldwin in the 2 truck. It's a lot of damage to that front end. To that front.
Time driver, 19-year-old out of Mooresville, North Carolina. He has 10 races remaining, but this one's going to hurt. Wants to make the most of every opportunity and show that he belongs here.
He just out of Brendan Butterbean Queen. Oh, he just lost it. He just lost it underneath the 12 truck. Taps the outside wall, but looks like he just spins it down and collects the inside wall. Oof. That's hard contact he made with the inside wall. Now look at this. That's pretty solid contact. Thankfully, it's a safer barrier. Who's going to be in the booth while Mike Joy is waving the green flag? So it might be Boyer and Harvick till Mike Joy waves the green flag and get in the booth. Well, like I said on the NASCAR Weekly podcast on Wednesday, Wayne Montgomery, my main vote is either Eric Brennan or Brent Stover. I say Eric Brennan gets in the Cup booth for a little while until Mike Joy gets up there. That's my initial vote. Eric Brennan will be on in the Fox booth while Mike Joy waves the green flag. So he's going to be with Clint Boyer and Kevin Harvick. That's my guess, but I doubt it. And speaking of which, I know I said this multiple times before, but when are we going to hear Eric Brennan and Brent Stover call truck races in the Fox booth and no longer have to hear Jamie Little in the booth for trucks? Like we were promised a few months ago that Eric Brennan and Brent Stover were going to get their shots calling truck races this season. They're already doing a solid job in the ARCA series for Fox, but now we get to the truck series, it's still Jamie Little in the booth. Like, when are we going to hear Brent Stover and Eric Brennan in the Fox booth for trucks? Come on. Might be after this race. I hope you're right. I really hope you're right, because Jamie Little, her legacy is being ruined by her being in the booth, with Fox keeping her in the booth. Like, come on. She's an excellent pit row reporter, but she does not have the voice to be a play-by-play announcer in the booth. Typical Fox trying to ruin her legacy. Whoa. Whoa! That was close. Between Kyle Busch and Dawson Sutton.
Something even smarter than Alan?
I don't think so. Yeah, he's pretty smart. Yeah.
A whole new species of Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years.
They'll tell you who you are. What you can't do.
Where you don't belong.
With the right people at your side, you're right here on the side.
You don't wait for success. You chase it. Sharper, tougher, faster. With every lap.
And when you do, every
Consider me a passenger princess. A biggie deal for any size donker. Only at Wendy's.
When you don't order furniture from Wayfair, it's natural to wonder what if. Like, what if your friend Charles hates it?
I hate it.
With Wayfair, you don't have to wonder what if.
That Wayfair sofa is fresh. Please you.
I'll have another. Make it a double.
Who are you talking to?
Vincent, my server, he's from San Diego.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Who would rather not resort to a virtual resort? This is much better in real life.
It matters where you stay.
Looking good, babe. Extra cheers. Thanks, Steve. You're not from San Diego, are you?
Book your summer stay now. Hilton or the stay.
It's our best deal of the season. So switch to Verizon now. Get 4 new phones for $0. Plus, more lines for just $25 per line. Yep, that's right. Get 4 phones for $0. Plus 4 lines for just $25 per line. Switch and save big. Only at Verizon.
What is exactly in the museum as far as the Earnhardt collection?
It's 40. We had 44 of them. And I donated one during COVID to Feeding America and Samaritan's Purse. We took the money and we put it in. That's the only one of them that so right out since we've been collecting. We put in the actors to mention as we could.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but are you a pack rat?
Sort of, yeah.
Check out the all-new Watkins digital show, Speed, with Truckin and Buxton, fueled by Poet. Subscribe to Speed on Fox on YouTube, Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I would tell you, Jane, what brings a smile to my face is walking through that garage area and running into Richard Childress. It's like running into Richard Petty. You know, you just get to experience the roots of this sport. I saw the CRC truck out there earlier today, and that was Richard Childress' sponsor back in the 70s and 80s. And, you know, you see those things, and it just reminds you of the wonderful personalities and the folks that were made to help make this sport what it is today. So much keeps doing with this.
Did I?
Don't know how this strategy is going to work for Ross Chastain because he stayed out while the rest of the field pitted. I don't know how in the world this is going to work.
Did I read that RC and Richard Childress is going to race a crown victory?
What? Yeah, Ross Chastain is pretty much going to get swallowed up on this restart by the fresh tires behind him. Dang, first driver to lead 1,000 laps in a single track. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Let's see how lucky the 45 truck is today, because he gets a caution around maybe 30 laps from now. And we've seen
Don't know how that's going to work for Chastain, but we'll see. They come into the restart zone. Green flag. Yep, there it is. Chastain got a poor jump on that restart. Oh! And Eatman's having a hard time getting going. But Chastain on the high side, trying to hold back Kyle Busch, drives it around the high side, trying to keep the 7 truck behind him as their 1 truck is smoking behind him. And Chastain just clears Kyle Busch off turn 4. What is going on back here, though? My gosh. Oh! Looked like Brandon Jones caught the wall. Here comes Christopher Bell to the inside. And there goes Christopher Bell to the inside of William Sawalich. That's P5 for Bell. And Kaden Honeycutt's going to try to follow through. There he goes. To the inside of Sawalich. And he's got it. Man, Chastain, who stayed out under that last caution, he's holding his own right now against Kyle Busch. He's really holding his own up front. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Oh, and there goes Mini Terrell. Spinner across the front stretch. Caution. Yeah, Chastain, he has to make a decision now because the caution came out a bit too early for him. Oh. 3 wide. Oh, yep, and Mini Terrell got loose. Yeah, it was the air off the. It was probably the air off the rear deck lid of Boyer's truck that sucked the 14 around. Solid contact against the inside wall. Not much damage to the front end of the 14 truck, though. I think Spurlock and Baldwin's wrecks are almost alike. Not a debut Spurlock wanted. The highest rookie right now is Eatman with Terrell and him spinning now. Another rookie in the wall. Yep. At least Boyer owned up to it. And there it is again. And there goes Terrell. Into the wall.
It's here. Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th. Get up to 70% off everything home.
Spurlock not having a great truck stint right now in 2 weeks. Terrell had a good finish last week too. Yep.
And get it all with fast shipping right to your door. Did we mention surprise flash deals for just 24 hours? Save up to 70% off everything home during Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance. Now through May 25th. Wayfair, every style, every home.
Turn heads in a totally redesigned Subaru Outback. Now tested, dog-proof. Get 2.9% APR financing on select Subaru Outback models.
Nothing stops Ram. That means we deliver knockouts. We're heavy V8s, Hurricanes, and Hellcats. And we're backing them with America's best powertrain limited warranty. Because nothing stops Ram.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this 2026 Chevy Silverado or $7,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Georgia plans weddings with the precision of a watchmaker. Surprises are her specialty. Like the many flooded, Copilot helps Georgia rebuild the plan in minutes. Georgia runs the show. Copilot helps keep it on track.
Yeah. I know y'all about footwear, so I got you something. Want to make shoe? Flip it over. Boom! Shoe foam. Huh? That look, you can put price picks on. You're right. Yes.
I think tomorrow we'll have 3 rookies in the O'Reilly series. Patterson, Brent Cruz, and Lothian? Who are Patterson and Lothian? Who are those guys?
Step inside our grows and you'll see that we hold ourselves to an extremely high standard. California avocados.
We're sustainably farmed. This is our family's heritage. We're dedicated to being good stewards of this land. So we grow California avocados responsibly.
Because working with our natural environment is how we bring quality avocados to you.
It's no secret to us. The best avocados of California.
Now in season.
The NHRA Mission Foods Drag Racing Series is in Chicago this weekend. Conditions are cool, the track is fast, and track records report Jeffrey's and Al Capone's enemies on St. Valentine's Day. It's qualifying for the Route 66 Nationals coming up next.
Andrew Patterson. Whoa.
Welcome back to the NASCAR CrossFit Truck Series, the Ecosave 200 in Delaware, Delaware. Well, Kyle Ruggiero came down pit road to fix the damage caused by this.
He didn't get tires, and he was a bit of a moving chicane, and he just.
Now that's where the damage came from for Gio Ruggiero. He's trying to get by the 45 of Eatonman.
Running up front most of this race.
Oh, okay. Andrew Patterson and Blake Lothian. Okay. I see what you're saying now. All right. Here we go. Green flag. Once again, Chastain had a good jump on the high side, but Kyle was trying to fight on the inside. Chastain trying to pinch him down. There goes Chastain around the high side, trying to get the drive. Oh, Kyle got sideways, and Chastain will easily clear Kyle Busch to the lead. I think Parker Eatman is the only truck debuter who hasn't wrecked yet. I believe so. Here comes Honeycutt to the back bumper of Christopher Bell in the 62. Trying to look for that fifth position. Oh, Clint! Clint Boy's got a tire rub. What happened to Clint? That ain't good for Clint. That ain't good for Clint. Yeah, you don't want to be running out there too long, Clint. Clint, you don't want to be running out there too long, dude. Oh, watch out for Gio Ruggiero. Huh. But again, you don't want to be running out there for too long. All right, here it is. Oh, yep, there's the contact. Chandler Smith got loose underneath him, chased up the racetrack, got into him. Meanwhile, Ross Chastain and Kyle Busch, he has closed the gap on the 45. He's trying to catch him. But while that's going on, they're pulling themselves back towards the 88 of Ty Majeski. I think you're right. I think Ty Gibbs and Todd Gillen are the only two Cup drivers who haven't raced in a race all three series since Ty's not run a trucks race and Todd Gillen hasn't run an O'Reilly Series race. I believe you're right, sports fan 09. I believe you're right. Oh, Kyle Busch got a good run on the high side. Now he goes low on Chastain, trying to look for the lead. Now he's going to side drive. Chastain going to try to pinch him down. Oh, they both got sideways. And Kyle Busch goes back to the lead. Chastain's still not giving up. But I think the truck is starting to go away for the 45 of Chastain. The truck is starting to go away. Yeah, because here comes Majeski around the high side of the 45. Oh, man, that was close. That was tight. Yes, I know that, sports fan, that Corey Haim is running in the Cup race, running the Coca-Cola 600 next weekend. Yep, and there goes Lane Riggs by Chastain. Yeah, Chastain's in trouble at this point. Now he's falling into the clutches of Christopher Bell. But back with Clint Bowyer, we saw him with the tire rub earlier, and now it's kind of like the smoke has subsided just a little bit. The tire rub that Clint Bowyer had earlier, the smoke has subsided just a little bit. Well, I wouldn't say for sure yet I can't fly 55. He's still keeping pace with Kyle Busch. He's still keeping pace with Kyle Busch. I don't think Catherine Legg's ever run an oval Charlotte track in the Cup Series. I don't think so either. Who is leading? Well, still Kyle Busch. Well, Kyle Busch is still leading, but it wasn't for long because Ross Chastain led for a little while until that caution came out with Luke Baldwin. But Kyle Busch is back with the lead. But right behind him is Ty Majeski in the 88 trying to close the gap on Kyle Busch.
We have certainly had a fun day with our man Clint Bowyer coming out of retirement for this one-off Truck Series race, driving around and call it. I know he's had the nerves, the excitement of it all, and guys, he's given us a lot to talk about. He worked his way all the way up to 15. We saw him have a fender rub, but he's not giving up. He's still out there running 20th.
I think he's doing an amazing job. Amazing job. We have to also remember that, these trucks, they have a long thing to run. They're beautiful. They're not winning trucks just yet. So the fact that Bowyer is being there, in the top 20, top 15 at times, I think it's very remarkable. He hasn't been that risk in a little while, so I think he's doing a really good job. And you got to give a shout out to Ram too. They put 3 in the top 10 last week at Watkins for the first time, and today Haley's running 12.
Yeah, the smoke from that tire rub earlier that Clint Bowyer sustained after Chastain slid up. Chandler Smith slid up into him. It's kind of subsided, but his truck has gotten tight. Oh.
Inside of that helmet, he's gonna say, "I'm not gonna," because he knows that might get hurt.
Do I have a job or sorry to ask, or are in your college? No, I graduated from college. I'm still trying to find employment at the moment. I've had opportunities to do some volunteer work. Yeah, I've had opportunities to do some volunteer work, but not really a full-time job yet. Meanwhile, we got a battle for the third position going on as Lane Riggs is trying to hold off Christopher Bell. And Kaden Honeycutt has clawed his way back into the top 5 position. – 20 laps short for Honeycutt. That's not a good sign. Huh. Yeah, Wayne, I'm not doing the watch along for the O'Reilly Series race tomorrow. Sorry. But I will be doing the doing Cup Series live reactions to the All-Star race on Sunday. Okay, what is Hocevar doing? What is Hocevar doing? Huh. Okay, what is he doing? All right, see you Sunday, Wayne. Oh. Really locking up that truck. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh.
He was 2 laps down. He got one of the free passes. That's all over Carson Hocevar. Meanwhile, up front, around lap traffic. Ty Majeski keeping him in his sights. Lane Riggs behind him, and Christopher Bell and fourth.
Majeski, he is trying to catch up to Kyle Busch. I think he's relying on the lap traffic to get to Kyle Busch, but as you saw right there, he had a hard time trying to get around the, I believe that's the 90. What was that? Dawson Sutton? I believe that's Dawson Sutton in the 26 was really holding up Majeski's progress. Wow. That was not at all what Majeski wanted. Whoa, man! This battle for third is still going on. Christopher Bell's trying to get around Lane Riggs, but Lane Riggs is not having any of it. He's trying to keep the 62 behind him. Here goes Christopher Bell once again trying the high side, but that's allowing Kaden Honeycutt to get to his inside. And this battle for third, this is what the main focus is on. As up front, Kyle Busch is still holding an 0.8 of a second lead over Majeski. But the battle for third is still heating up between Lane Riggs, Christopher Bell, and Kaden Honeycutt. Oh boy. It's Tony Breidinger, Clint Boyer, and Chris Wrong, or Chris Wright, right in front of Kyle Busch. Yeah, Breidinger is not gonna put up too much of a fight there. Oh, here comes Honeycutt. Almost got to the back bumper. The left rear corner panel of Christopher Bell. As Bell was having a really hard time trying to get around Lane Riggs, but he wasn't having it. And Kyle Busch is in the middle of a traffic jam right now. Now Majeski's going to have to deal with the traffic. Yep, and because of that, the gap has opened up to like 1.2 seconds. Wow.
Special weekend of football is coming your way with the UFL's Hats Off the Heroes celebration. Fox UFL Friday kicks it off live from Fort Hood tonight at 8 Eastern with Orlando versus Dallas. And the action, of course, continues on Sunday. That's 1 o'clock with Columbus and Birmingham. It's all part of a huge weekend of Fox football. Looking forward to that. But we're a fan.
I'm a big UFL fan. I think with it.
Yeah, look at the gap now. Because of the traffic, the gap has extended from like 0.8 of a second to like 1.2 to 1.3 seconds between Majeski and Busch. And Ben Rhodes gets by Christopher Bell. Whoa. What is going on up here? What is going on up here? Look at this traffic, yo. Holy cow. Look at this traffic, yo. As Kaden Honeycutt has gone by Christopher Bell, and Carson Hocevar looks as though he is done. Carson Hocevar looks to be done. Yeah, Chastain, he has to pit soon because he stayed out a couple cautions ago. He still can't make it to the end. He'll have to pit soon. Yep, and I think he's coming in this time by. Here he comes. Don't speed. And you have to crawl around this pit lane 35 miles an hour. You have to crawl around this joint. You have 35 miles per hour speed limit. Yep, and now the gap has extended to a second and a half. Wow. 20 laps to go. And this has been like a master class for Kyle Busch. I know it's a cup leech. I know that. I know it's a cup leech. But man, this is probably the most dominant we've seen of Kyle Busch. It looks as though Kyle Busch still has something left in the tank. He's still got something left in the tank at age 41.
I think these guys are going to have to retrust their team in order to be just trying to make it speed. You know, Monter is one of those racetracks that actually you can still make good speed saving fuel because it's momentum, right? It's momentum. You just start using this brake.
This battle for the third spot continued to go on between Lane Riggs and Kaden Honeycutt. Here comes Clint Boyer on pit lane.
We saw his performance over the year up today all year long. But he's saying right now today, yeah, they might be favorites.
Oh, that's not good for Clint. Oh. Coming in a bit too hot there on pit lane. Luckily, he was able to get it under 35 miles an hour. Whoa! What a shame for Clint. He was having a lot of fun on the track. And something broke on that 25 truck. That's a shame. That's a shame for Clint in his first race back in the Truck Series. Just save. Just have to save at this point. There goes Chastain whizzing by the 11, who just pitted. That's the difference between old tires and fresh tires. Oh, yeah. There's no way Lane Riggs is going to block that. Wow. Here goes Dawson's son out of the pits. Stand by. 10 to go. 10 more miles. 10 miles left to go at Dover. And there's Clint Boyer coming out of the truck. He was having so much fun in his return behind the wheel. That's unfortunate for Clint. Well, see you back in the booth on Sunday, Clint. And for the last time this season for Fox. How about it? Hot diggity dog. Travis Pastrana in the 25 truck next weekend at Charlotte for the Truck Series. the Cletus. Travis Pastrana was the Cletus McFarland before Cletus. What do you mean by that, Jamie? I get it's the free agent truck, but what? You have Travis Pastrana at Charlotte next Friday. Then at San Diego, it's Jamie McMurray in the 25 truck for the San Diego street race at Coronado. Yeah. Okay, why is KB slowing? Why is Butch Max save? What? Wait a second. Does Cowboys not have enough to go to Does Cowboys not have enough? Wait a second. 5 to go. The gap has shrunk to like 1.7. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, that was odd. Coming to 4 to go this time. 4 more miles. Does he have enough to make it to the end? They said he was 1 lap to the good. They said that Kyle Busch was 1 lap to the good, but we saw him max save those last 2 laps. The gap has shrunk to like 1.4 seconds. Yeah, I think Kyle Busch has picked up the pace once again, trying to cruise that thing back home. The gap is back up to 2 seconds. Okay, that was odd. 2 laps to go. There's Kaden Honeycutt, who's caught up to the back bumper of Lane Riggs. He wants that third spot from Lane Riggs. Don't know if he's going to get it, though. But, man, what a masterclass for Kyle Busch. As it comes through turns 3 and 4, just looking for the white flag. And it looks as though he's going to get it. There it is. White flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. What a dominant performance for Kyle Busch in this race. Even though it's a Cup Leach racing in the lower series. But down the backstretch for the final time, yeah, literally no one had anything for Kyle Busch this race. Even though Ross Chastain tried a bit of strategy, but it didn't work. And off turn number 4, Kyle Busch dominates at Dover. Wow. 147 out of the 200 laps led for KB. Yeah, literally no one had anything for the 7. There's the signature bow for KB.
69th career win series. 13th overall win here at Delaware. Well, it's trophies. Amanda, let's hear from Kyle Busch. And a bow in front of the fans that are all on their feet down here at the Monster Mile. And Michael Waltrip said earlier in the race that a confident Kyle Busch is a dangerous Kyle Busch. Your 69th victory in this series, your 5th right here. Why do these moments never get old?
Because you never know when the last one is, you know. So
Yep, there it is.
I know all too well.
There it is. 69th, nice career win for Kyle Busch in the trucks. Despite him being a cup leech, I mean, what can you do? Again, it's the team owners and the sponsors who want the higher up drivers running in the lower series of NASCAR. Don't blame the drivers for running in the lower series. That's all I'm gonna say about this. Yeah, that's my only takeaway from this race. Don't blame the drivers who want to race in the lower series of NASCAR. Blame the team owners and the sponsors who want their drivers running in the lower series.
We get to see you now 8 times a year in this series. You're the first driver to lead 1,000 laps at any track. Have you considered your continuing legacy on this series?
No, I've been around for a long time. That anytime I'm able to hear more things that have been accomplished, you know, it just goes to show you.
Yep, led a race high of 147 laps out of 200. Yeah, no one had anything for KB. Although Ross Chastain did provide a challenge, and he led a handful of laps trying to keep the 7 at bay, but it wasn't enough. They took a gamble with that second to last caution, but they caught a caution at the wrong spot. It came too early for those guys. And as a result, he fell back and he just drove off into the sunset. Kyle Busch just drove off into the sunset. It's Clint Boyer, who was having a blast out there. First race back in the truck series since Nashville in 2024. Yeah, as he said, his truck was all over the place, as he said. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Clint, but he still had a very fun time out there. And I just saw right there, Corey LaJoy, P8. How about that for LaJoy? I just saw that at the bottom of the screen. Why you say that, Clint? Why you say that, Clint? I'm old. Pfft, bruh! You don't look that old to me, Clint. Come on. He doesn't look that old. Come on. Anyways, congrats KB on the win today at Dover, despite it being a Cup Leach win. But what can you do? Blame the team owners and sponsors for the higher up drivers in the lower series. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, I'll see you guys Sunday for the All-Star race at Dover. It's a bit weird that the All-Star race is at Dover. I would much rather have it be at either North Wilkesboro or Charlotte, or just scrap the All-Star race altogether. It's kind of run its course, but what can you do? It's going to be a weird feeling seeing the All-Star race at Dover for this year, but what can you do? I'll see you guys in 2 days for the All-Star race. Have a good evening, y'all. Peace out.